All right, so we ended up visiting. There was this peak here in the just after the close, well, a little bit after the close in the post market, and we ended up visiting that again. It looks like they'll attempt to break through it, break down, and then erratic behavior revisiting a crest. Actually, this is like the three crisscrosses back and forth. Uh, Virtue card confirming a bullish trend, and then you can see how it confirms this bullish trend, and now we're in the erratic behavior. So this should turn into more pronounced price swinging before noontime, like between like 11 and 12 ish, after sideways rotation along key support near the high. And then it looks like we decline off of a high just a little bit after midday, and then come back to a high at the end of the day with opportunity in that decline off of the first high to open up along and close at the high of the second, or close at the second high, I should say. I don't get why it's not saving my drawings. If anybody gets why it's not saving my drawings that knows TradingView better than me, please put in the comments so that I can figure out why it's not saving my drawings, because I'm clicking save and it's not saving. It's really getting aggravating. Yeah, so like I said on Wednesday, it looked to me like we were gonna go higher into probably Monday, more like Monday, at least Monday morning. This looks like kind of a the 18th looks like kind of a bit of a wild day because we have two local highs, two local lows there. Probably a lot of back and forth going on there on Monday. What an ugly day. Two nullified, a high and a low nullified card. That's so annoying to me. But what we do have is a trade card indicating like probably a new high, and then we've got this satiety card, which is a cross reading congruency with the December 1 month readings high correlator card. Same card basically. So overbought crest that we sell off from probably at a new high, or maybe like a new high, local high, and then it's a failed attempt to break through key resistance followed by a decline through key support. Notable decline on a 1 day chart taking us into the low, but there's chart behavior that makes that decline irrelevant, just like there's chart behavior that makes this rally, the move into the high, irrelevant as well. That's what the nullifications mean. And it looks like we have correlations to both the high and the low from the prior day on the 18th. That's what the translucent colors are. Correlations from the prior reading. Right, so you can see we're pretty much on track here. I mean, we're actually a day ahead. On the 14th, we see the Lust card. On the 1 month chart, we see the Lust card on the 15th, right? And there's that Tower card. So between the Tower card and the Lust card, there's kind of like this no man's land here around the 13th and 14th. But by end of the day, on the 14th, this big move to the upside should really stand out, probably out of a low to the upside. And then on the 15th, we've got the Ace of Wands, which appears after, it's the next card on the sequence of events after the Lust card, but it appears on the 18th. So like I said, we're like a day behind. On the 18th though, we catch up because we have the Ace of Wands again. And that puts us right back on track as far as sequence of events. Oh my God. Yeah, so it looks like Monday's the last day before a pretty notable decline, actually, looking at it on a 1 day chart. Maybe the 19th. I think the 19th is kind of like the market trying to figure out direction, and then it heads south on the 20th. Yeah. So I think I might have been picking up on two separate things. Like the cyber attack did take place. I think it was on the 12th. It was either the 12th or the 13th. I heard about it on the 13th, but it was a significant cyber attack. They attacked actual infrastructure, shut off power as predicted. It wasn't Russia, it was China, but like I said in the predictions, I wasn't so sure about Russia. What I should have said, rather than saying it was Russia, which was kind of like a speculation, what I should have said is that it wasn't going to be involving Israel, which is why I thought maybe Russia, but I didn't think about China. So that was one event, and I think the other event is just a market decline here that takes place kind of starting here at the beginning of the week on the 18th, 19th. But this is that high right there. Hey, it was luck. It was luck. Do you use TradingView at all? Do you know much about TradingView? Will Snow's price action be similar to SPY's today? I got a maybe for that, and now I'm getting a no and another no. So it's probably actually I think the prudence card is a no, not a maybe. Let me double check. It's a yes. Interesting, but it's a cautious yes. So my sense is that probably based on the cards that I pulled, it starts out that way, and then there's kind of like a point at which they diverge. So I'd be careful. As far as Snow's price action being similar to SPY's, I think it probably is for a bit of the day, and then it diverges at some tricky point. If anybody watching knows much about TradingView, I'm trying to figure out why when I make these drawings, the charts are not saving them. Even when I click on like appear saved or if it says auto saved, it's still not saving my charts. So if anybody knows why, please inform me in the comments. It's really aggravating. Price action for the VIX next week. Oh, interesting. Probably this one I would go with. No barking, Hermes. So do you know it was luck why when I draw on this chart it's not saving them? Like if I close the chart, even if I click on like saved, it doesn't seem to be saving my drawings. Do you know what I need to be doing to get it to save my drawings? Like I keep marking off November 30th on these charts that I'm looking at, and every time I come back to the chart, I have to mark it off again. Not to mention that the important price levels we're marking off are not sticking around. VIX next week is overall significantly higher. Yeah, there's a drop next week, significantly higher. I got the Lust card for the VIX. You might even open up if you like playing with like really speculative kind of ETFs. You might even open up some sort of like long position on VIX calls or something. Does snow have a higher price level tomorrow? Looks like tomorrow's a good day to cash out, and I got a yes for that. Or is it that when could I be resetting the charts and losing my drawings because of that? Oh, actually, I'm gonna put this down here. This is better because it's now 10:20. This is more of the support. So, if I if I do this reset chart view, does that get rid of my drawings? I feel like that gets rid of my drawings when really what all I'm trying to do is get the chart to like not be wonky again. How low will SPY go next week? See, it's so weird. It's like I'm seeing this significant decline, but then this abundance card right here really like throws me off. And then we have the Ace of Swords card too, which when it's within close proximity to the abundance card really makes me feel like there's some sort of high here, but there's definitely lows here too. It's like what is going on? I mean, this would probably be the most volatile week in December because we'll be closest to retrograde, which I think the station I believe is on the first. Let me double check that. Yeah, on the first at 10:50 p.m. or 10:05 p.m. And that's weird. Why doesn't this stay where I put it on the chart? Like it should stay right there, right? But if I do this, it moves around. The line stays in the same place. But this thing moves. That's annoying too. Lots to learn about. Lots to learn about TradingView. Okay, so resetting the charts to races. Okay, that's good to know. I guess that makes sense. I didn't really think about it at the time. So that's probably what I've been doing is resetting and erasing my data. Quiet morning, huh? Let's check out Bitcoin. Oh, I wanted to do day by day for VIX as well. So super big move to the upside for VIX next week. Looks like Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday are pretty big days for VIX. And there's an important price level highlighted on like a multi-day scale on Monday for the VIX. Wonder if that's this right here. Wow, that VIX is really low, guys. The lower the VIX goes, the more likely you are to see a spike. That's my sense because the lower you go in the VIX, the more euphoria there is in the market. And euphoria leads to melt ups, it leads to inflated prices. Instead of resetting, you can change view by hovering cursor over price column, left clicking and dragging price column up and down. Oh, nice. Oh, I like that. Thank you. Give me more chips. That's a good one. I like that. No kidding. All right, so Bitcoin. Nice. I can like publish these charts. TradingView is pretty cool. We've got Near Protocol coming out in like a day or so. We got XDC Network coming out, 2024 readings. Oops. Okay, so this ends up being a prominent peak right here on the 13th, 14th, right? With a mixed decline here, we should go into more decline on the 15th. We're probably going to revisit this price level here on the 15th. And then based on what I see happening in the SPY, see, there might be a high here too. I think this is probably a high because when I look at SPY, we most likely have a high. We've got the Ace of Wands on the 18th on SPY, and then that multi-day decline afterwards, like at least 3 days. And it's kind of a similar thing going on here with Bitcoin. I think before that we probably revisit this price level right here is my sense. It could be here too. I think it's probably here, which is 41.25.9.35 if anybody can't read the screen. I always forget that sometimes people can't read the screen. I will remember that. DXY price action next week. I got Claire Kinetics. It's decline revisiting an important support level that we met once before. I wonder if it's this support level right here. Jesus. Oh, it could be. Hard to say if we hit that 99.50. I'm getting an unclear response for that, but I did get a yes for hitting the $101 range next week. I think we'll probably go lower than that. You're welcome, comrade. Thanks for the support. Yeah, I saw that reading. Already working on the Jasmine for you, and there's a 10-year reading coming out for that as well, or I should say multi-year. Um, haven't heard from Conrad in a little while. He donated Roll of Karma a few days ago on Venmo, so I know he's still around. But I think he has a job during like a day job right now. Hey, buddy bear, you want to come up? Yeah, you want to come up? Oh my God, you and your stinky farts. Is your tummy bothering you? Your tummy bothering you with your stinky, stinky farts? You want to come sit over here? Okay. Just fart in the opposite direction, all right? Two biggest coins, Bepe and Link. So I've got three altcoin stock picker readings coming out. It's one reading, but it's like three parts, and then there'll probably be some follow up as well, based on the way I did it. But it's like 63 altcoins that I look at. What, as like a coin? Dog farts as a coin? Man, so I was right about opening up a long and closing a long today, but that move, I freaking missed that move. I expected that move overnight. It came so early yesterday. Super frustrating. No, I'm not charting 63 alts. I'm doing an alt picker reading of 63 altcoins. Link and Pepe are both in that reading. It's actually what I'm going to edit tonight. A 2022 crypto reading? Why would I do 2022? I'm sorry I keep coughing into the mic, guys. I don't know what you're saying, Robert. Pepe Frog, what? Oh, do you mean like they're coins that came out as part of like ISO in 2022 or something like that? Like that ISO 2022 is like a category of crypto? Is that what you're saying? I've also got a precious metals picker coming out. There's a aerospace and defense uh, stock picker coming out. There's a cyber security stock picker coming out, and there's a finance stocks picker coming out. Interesting. I've never heard of this ISO 2022, but that's good to know. So, how many coins are in that category? Well, all three of those are in the altcoin picker readings. Yeah, DOT's in the reading as well. $63 is a lot of altcoins. I had to do it in 3 separate readings, actually. All right, guys. Quiet morning. I think we're going to roll here. Let me just recap. All right, so we have this price swinging going on here first thing in the morning. That's the yellow correlation combined, the translucent yellow correlation combined with the virtue card. First, there's this failed attempt to break through resistance that it looks like we're going to break through. Instead, we turn around and we decline. That's disappointment. It was this resistance here. And then we do like 3 crisscrosses. And erratic behavior, we revisit that crest in the midst of the erratic behavior and create a high. and then we go into more price swinging, pretty more pronounced price swinging around 11 to 12 after some sideways rotation along what I think is probably this price level right here as support. I'm going to change that price level. It is now 41 or 471.80. All right. Some resistance and rotation on that dog part. All right, so price swinging, we end up in a low midday. There's a trade opportunity there. We see a notable reversal. It's tricky at the end of the day because like this could just be like a pretty bearish day and we end up in another low at the end of the day, but there's high correlations here as well. So I think probably out of a low at the end of the day, we have this big move higher to a high. That's my sense. It could be out of like a big move higher to a high, we have a decline to a low, but I think it's probably out of a low, there's a big decline, a big move to a high, because that's a correlation there to the Lust card. And then there's a trade opportunity. It looks like probably at the end of the day, so you could open up a long for a day trade here midday. No, I wouldn't do that. It's too tricky of a day. I would hold off on a trade here. What I would look for, I'd look for opportunities on the 15th to open up a partial short, and then I'd add to that partial short here in the morning on the 18th before like this multi-day decline. Those are all pretty, the rest of the month, those are pretty declining cards for the most part. And with that said, guys, I'm going to roll. Thank you so much for watching. As always, make sure to follow that rule of karma. If you're interested in learning more about the system of ESO meta-analysis, which is what we're utilizing here for pinpointing timing down to the hour on the S&P 500 every single day with roughly a 98% average accuracy, that's ESO meta-analysis. Most people probably come to the channel, see tarot cards, and think, oh, we're just doing tarot. What a joke, yada, yada, which, by the way, tarot is no joke. But it's way more than tarot, guys. It's ESO meta-analysis. First off, we're using the tarot system the way it was meant to be used. And then there's a deeper level of system of analysis using the tarot, a new system of tarot that it's never been used before, developed by yours truly, added to that for extra depth, finding highs and lows. And then, I mean, it's a system of pattern recognition. We use multiple different types of extrasensory perception techniques in the ESO meta-analysis. It's a third form of analysis, the strongest form of analysis, the most accurate and detailed form of analysis. So if you want to learn more about it, learn how to do it, you can check out our website. We've got an ebook, which you can get at on our shop. Ebook. We're also putting the cards back relatively soon. They were out of stock for a while. You'll also see t-shirts in this shop category before the holiday. There'll be t-shirts, sweatshirts. There'll be ruined stones. There'll be incense. All the things that I utilize in my ceremony when I'm doing my readings. All that stuff will be for sale. Plus like t-shirts, and we've got these boards that show you like bearish and bullish chart patterns that you can put on your walls. All sorts of cool stuff that's going to be on the shop. But the ebook will teach you the basics of ESO meta-analysis. It gives you more information about the cards than what you find here on the card pages. There's a lot of information on the card pages, but there's a lot more in the book. And there's people that have told me, people that have purchased the book and read the book and the cards, that have told me that they're successfully utilizing the system. So it is definitely something that can be repeated and learned and taught to others. So with that said, guys, thank you so much for watching. Blessings to all my angel investors.